They're crossing the finish line in just under 4 hours. Welcome to coverage of the Schneider Electric Paris Marathon. Hello, everybody. I'm François Picard. Yeah, it's been several hours since that Ethiopian duo, Galeta Burka for the women, Abra Milau for the men, won this edition, this 2019 edition of the Schneider Electric Paris Marathon. But as you know, with a marathon, everybody's a winner. And it's an incredible atmosphere here at the finish line, Avenue Foch. Behind me is the Bois de Boulogne, where the runners have been crossing through in the final trek towards that finish line. Ahead of me now is the rest area. We're going to be with you to help live the moment with those who've, in some cases, are used to running marathons. We just spoke to a man who said this is his 50th marathon. Others, it's their very first time, and there's loads of first-time marathoners. Some are doing it for themselves, some are doing it for good cause. We're going to hear their stories as you join us for this Facebook Live. With us for this edition, we're with Simon Harding, who is in the Bois de Boulogne. Simon, can you hear me?
Hello, Francois. Yes, absolutely. Here in the Bois de Boulogne, terrific atmosphere. Everything's going great. People are in good spirits. It's brilliant.
Also with us is Anke Ula. Anke Ula is at kilometer 27. Tell us what's going on there.
Hey, Francois. I'm at kilometer 29, actually. We're right near the British fan zone, and you can see the runners, they just keep on coming. And they're all very excited to make it to the finish line. They're more than halfway done.
All right, we'll be checking back up with you in a moment, Anke. And yeah, finishing a marathon is an accomplishment. Finishing it in whatever time you can is important. Let's try to speak to somebody. Here's a runner who's just finished. Brendan, how are you feeling?
Exhausted.
Exhausted. Was it worth it?
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. It was amazing. I loved it. Yeah, that bit during the tunnel was absolutely amazing. We had like a Mexican sound of like chanting, and it was just, I remember it forever.
Your first marathon?
Second.
Second.
First in Paris, first abroad. So yeah, no, very happy with that.
All right, well, congratulations. Brendan from the UK, who has just finished his second marathon, and as he heads off now for a well-deserved rest, we're gonna see what it's been like through the streets of Paris this year. Even though the Paris Marathon is in its 5th decade, it's gone past some familiar sites, some newer ones, like going past the Opera. Place de l'Opéra, also past the Place Vendôme, which is where the Ritz Hotel is. There are also some parts of Paris which you can't miss in a Paris Marathon. Earlier, Simon Harding was at Place de la Concorde.
Hi, Francois. Absolutely. I'm in between kilometers 27 and 28. The atmosphere is fantastic, and as you can see on these pictures, it's the first difficult climb for the runners. I'll just let you soak in the atmosphere a second. As you can see, people already struggling a little bit. 27 tough kilometers already in the marathon. But people, generally speaking, are in very good spirits. They're laughing, they're smiling. And I'm just going to take you through the wall of fans here ahead of us as we keep running forwards in what is really an idyllic setting. In front of me, the Assemblée Nationale, and to the left, the Concorde. So really a perfect setting for all of these runners to focus in as they keep going forwards. People are very excited, as you can see. There's almost 20,000 foreigners running in the marathon. plenty of people, and I'm just going to take you to see some supporters here on the side. I'm here with V. Hi V.
Hi.
Who are you here to support today?
My dad, actually. He's been doing the marathon today, and I'm here to support him.
And where are you guys from?
We're from Germany.
And he came here specifically to run the marathon?
Exactly, yeah.
And why it was important for you?
Why supporting him was important?
Why was it important for your dad to come here and for you guys to support him?
I mean, he always said a marathon in Paris, that's something you do once in a lifetime, so I guess that's why, yeah.
Thank you very much. Good luck. Once again, Francois, I'll just take you through, this time behind the fans. We're running across. Again, the United Kingdom and the US are the two most represented countries, but people have come from absolutely all over the world. Brazil, Romania, Egypt, and they've really got plenty of music and excitement to take them through. It really is a festive atmosphere here in Paris. And as you can imagine, people are just happy to be running in these conditions because with the music and again, 27 kilometers is a long, long distance. Let's not underestimate the physical strains, the mental strains. A lot of these people have been practicing for months and months to run and do their best. Here we have a gentleman who's quite an elderly gentleman. I'll just try and get him in frame as he goes by, and he's still going strong. So it really is interesting. I'm going to try and get a word with the musical group. Hello, sir. Why is it important for you to be here today? And do you think the music helps a lot for these runners? So there you go, Francois. One final bit of music for you.
There you see at the finish line of the Schneider Electric Paris Marathon as the runners continue to come in. I can tell you, as you can see, that when you see that finish line, you break into a full sprint in most cases. We're seeing a lot of smiles. Take a look at some of the runners going by, in some cases holding hands if they've done the marathon together. And we're seeing people from all over the world who are making it to this finish line. And of course, what would be a marathon without an MC? Marc Maury has been here for hours.
Good job, c'est parfait.
There you can see he's encouraging those runners again in those final meters. And we've seen some incredible stories over the past hours as we watch those runners cross by. People, fathers, sons, in some cases handy sport people who've been crossing the line in the past few minutes. And again, you see the people sprinting across the line. As you can see, this group finished the line, finished together. And what a moment it is. Bravo. Your first marathon, votre premier marathon? Deuxième. Bravo. Second marathon for these people. And she did 10 minutes faster than last time. So as you can see, everybody reaching for their best in this Schneider Electric Paris Marathon. Let's go, because some runners, again, everybody's a winner, and for some people, your personal best might be 3 hours, for some it might be 5 hours, or some it'll be even more. Anke Ula is at kilometer 29, I say 29, where there's still a ways to go, but the cheering is just as loud.
The race is definitely not over yet, Francois, but the people here are very excited. We see them in various stages of fatigue, of excitement. But we are right next to the UK fan zone, because it's not just about the runners, it's also about the fans. 250,000 spectators all across the course. So here we're coming up on the UK's fan zone. The British are the second largest group here this year. 9% of runners, more than 5,000 runners are from the UK. Let's talk to some fans here who are waiting for their runner. Hey guys, how's it going? Can you tell us a little bit about who's running for you, who you're waiting for?
It's my wife, their mummy, cousin, and sister.
Alright, tell us, why is she running this year? It's important for her this year, right?
For her, yeah, she had breast cancer, so she's got over that, and now she's running the Paris Marathon, so it's a pretty special event for us, yeah.
And it's her first marathon as well. So incredible. How do you guys feel? Are you guys nervous for her?
Yeah, no, it's amazing. It's great atmosphere, it's great weather, it's a great crowd, it's fantastic. So, yeah, we're pretty psyched. It's amazing.
And when she comes by, what are you going to do? Can you tell me?
What are you going to do, Jay?
What are you guys going to do when she comes by?
Cheer.
Great, excellent, enjoy, good luck to her. So here, let's just give you a bit of atmosphere. The British fan club playing British hits throughout the ride. You can see some of the faces of the runners changing when they get here. Some of them are smiling, some have gotten very emotional. It really is an incredible atmosphere. They're starting to get to like the harder stages where the fatigue is really kicking in, but the atmosphere, the people, the music is really helping these runners stay motivated.
Yeah, and we're at the finish line where people are crossing the line, and as you can see, the smiles continue here as well. Important that Anke mentioned the support groups, people who coming from all over the world. In some instances, how are you, sir? In some instances, Dracula just finished the marathon in a little over 4 hours. That's amazing, and he did it by daytime. The support groups that are crossing. I'm looking right now at on the hashtag Paris Marathon, where we can see in some instances it's the volunteers that have been dressing up, not just the runners, those who are family members, friends, partners who've come over for this Schneider Electric Paris Marathon. Also, something else, which is that people, I'm looking at the messages here. In some instances, raising money. There's an association called the Resto du Cœur for which is the food bank here in France, very popular. 800 euros raised, says this runner for les Restos du Cœur. So he was very proud of that. And then people, of course, posting their personal bests, improving them by 10 minutes, improving them by 5 minutes if it's not their first marathon. Let's try to speak to someone. Hello, how did it go?
Really well. I beat my time that I wanted to get. So yeah.
What was your time?
I wanted to do it in under 4 hours, and I did it in 3:49.
3:49.
Yeah, so I'm really happy, but I'm in a lot of pain.
You'll get your second win, right?
Yeah, I think I had my second win like 10 kilometers ago. But yeah, I was in pain from mile 18. So I think I'm going to traveling around for the rest of the day.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you will be celebrating though.
Oh yeah, I'm going to crack open some champagne in about 10 minutes. Yeah.
Well, enjoy. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, so there you see, even though she's feeling a few aches and pains, Ria, she's still going to crack open a bit of champagne. It's not champagne time yet outside the Gary building. That's France's newest, Paris's newest museum, the Louis Vuitton Foundation. It's in the Bois de Boulogne, not very far from here, and it's where Simon Harding is.
Hi, Francois. Well, you were saying just a minute ago it was all smiles where you were, but where I am, I must say, people are frowning and struggling. There's only 3 kilometers left to go. I'm going to just give a little bit of a pan round so that you can have a look. And people here are really just trying to get to that finish line. I'm going to join them as we run around here. Plenty of people, as you can imagine, music, a recurring theme as we go ahead in the marathon. You can imagine people here are really struggling, and you can see, look at this, a show of love right in front of us, support. People are really banding together. It's important for them to stay together, and it's one of the things that's really struck me the most, Francois, I've got to say, is that the encouragement from people who have been looking on, who've been trying to, you know, support their families, husbands running alongside wives, wives are running with prams alongside their husbands, with babies holding on to their father's hands as they were going. You know, fathers, daughters has been incredible. No one cares about the rules, no one's respecting the barriers, just what everyone wants to do is just run alongside someone and really try and be there with them. I'm going to see if I can speak to one of these runners, someone who's coming alongside me. A lot of people running across. It's a gentleman from Venezuela. Hello, sir. Hi. How are you?
Very tired.
Yeah, very tired. Keep going. It's only 3 kilometers.
Yeah, only three.
How do you feel?
I think good, but very tired.
Good luck. Keep it going. Well, there you go, Francois. That's what everyone thinks about. Very good, but very tired. And for them, it's just a question now of going through the last 200 or 300 meters.
English.
The race was difficult.
All right, Simon, we'll be checking in with you all the way to the finish line, and we're with Benoit, who has just finished his first Schneider Electric Paris Marathon.
First marathon in Paris, not my first one. I had New York and Lyon behind me, but it's the first one in Paris.
How does this compare?
It's so difficult. New York is difficult because there is a lot of declivity. Paris is difficult also.
What makes Paris difficult?
Declivity. It's long. It is long.
You think there's? Do you think it's a longer race?
26.2 miles. It's long.
It is long. Question: Last year we had warm weather. This year we've got some sun. We've got some clouds. Cooler temperatures. Is that easier or harder for you?
I think it's easier. I was very covered at the beginning, and then I put off my clothes, and the temperature was good. Okay.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
How are you going to celebrate?
Sorry?
Are you going to celebrate?
Oh, yeah, with a good beer. A good English or Irish beer.
Félicitations.
Thank you.
Okay, so there you have it, Benoit celebrating. We saw Simon Harding earlier in front of the Louis Vuitton Foundation, which is one of the newest landmarks in Paris, with that new museum in the Bois de Boulogne behind me. Now let's go see Anke Ula, who is at not one of the oldest, but certainly perhaps the most familiar of Paris's landmarks. Anke.
I mean, listen, Francois, there's this very useful sign right here that you can see, and here it is, the Eiffel Tower. This is like the pièce de résistance of the Paris Marathon. You can see her right there. silhouetted beautifully. It's a really nice day here in Paris. You can see the runners, a lot of them taking pictures, running. This is the moment. This is why you run the Paris Marathon. It's for the views. How do you feel, sir? Ça va?
Good. It's okay.
He feels good. He feels good. This is kind of, we're nearing the 30-kilometer zone. We're nearing kilometer 30, which is the toughest part of the race. A lot of runners consider it the wall. It's where you really start to feel the fatigue. But these runners are keeping themselves motivated. There's some music throughout the race. You see different entertainment venues, musicians coming here, volunteers mostly coming here. Let's take a listen. Excellent motivation here for the runners. They're all wearing costumes. Alright, let's keep walking a little bit. Let's follow these runners here. Past the Eiffel Tower. You can see even more fans on the sidelines here. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's why you do it, huh? It's excellent. You see the emotions are just running so high. So I saw some runners who have been crying. They see their families, and it's overwhelming, I think, the emotion that you feel. Some of the family members also giving them water, snacks. One girl I saw took out sneakers to give to her runner. It's really a community effort here. The problem with the marathon is it's kind of like an ecosystem. You have so many, you've got the runners, you've got the supporters, you've got the volunteers, the musicians. It really is a community effort to do such a feat, 42.2 miles. All right, Francois, back to you. I'm going to keep walking here. We're going to get to kilometer 30 soon. I'll keep you posted on how these runners are doing.
Okay, Uncle, many thanks for that from beneath the Eiffel Tower. We're at the finish line where we're seeing just streams and streams of people. Again, everybody's a winner at the Paris Marathon, and this year, well, 60,000 winners. That's a record number of people taking part in the marathon, up from 57,000 last year. In fact, they had to curtail the number because there were so many people, and we're seeing people crossing over, and a lot of smiles, a lot of joy, a fair amount of pain as well among those crossing the line. As we see here, this group of people who are crossing over right now, and Caroline has just checked her watch. Finished. What was your time?
Just under 4 hours.
Just under 4 hours?
Yes. Which is my aim. First marathon.
First ever?
Yeah. First one.
What made you want to run a marathon?
I always just wanted to prove to myself that I could do it. But I'll definitely be doing another one. Definitely.
So now that you've done it, what's your plan?
Chill out, relax, have some food, have a drink. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. It's a beautiful city. It's good.
All right, well, appreciate you coming. Congratulations. Just under 4 hours there for Caroline. And yeah, as I was saying, 60,000 plus Caroline running this 2019 edition of the Schneider Electric Paris Marathon, the first carbon neutral Paris Marathon. Yeah, 95% of this t-shirt here that I'm wearing is made from recycled materials. They've donated funds for a group in Kenya. I should name called the Livelihoods. To offset the carbon cost of people flying in for the marathon, donating for a green cause in Kenya. That's just one of the aspects of what Schneider Electric has been doing. Our Cub reporter, Florent Peffer, spoke to the Chief Marketing Officer, Chris Leong.
We are super proud to be the sponsor of Paris Marathon. This is year number 7 for us, and this is also going to be the first carbon neutral marathon in the world. And we're very proud that there is over 60,000 of registered runners, out of which about 10% are green runners, which are made out of Schneider customers, and we have customers from over 60 countries that came to Paris to run the Schneider Electric Paris Marathon.
It was a serious challenge to get this achievement of zero carbon.
We are super committed. It is in everything we do, in all the products we design, to where we are sourcing our material, to where we produce, to where we deliver our product. So it is natural when it comes to a sponsorship of a great event like Paris Marathon, we stay consistent with the carbon neutral commitment.
What are the values you want to share with this marathon?
In Schneider, it is very important for us that we want everybody to feel empowered and everybody to feel inclusive. And in inclusivity in particular, we are very proud, together with the organizer in Paris Marathon, the gender equality, where we have the female runners to start first so that they have a chance to finish together with the male runners. Also, in terms of the reward money for the male runners and the female runners is equality, and we are very, very proud of this.
Can you tell us about marathon and Schneider Electric employees? You've got so many runners, so many volunteers. How do you explain it?
Well, it is very simple. In Schneider, we are talking about SE Green Runners. All our employees are very proud to be part of this mission of carbon neutral. So for them, there is a mission, there is a purpose, there is a raison d'être to be part of this movement, to be in the runners. So we don't need to convince anybody. And on top of that, we are also very proud, I want to say, we have a lot of volunteers which are employees of Schneider that is coming every year to give their personal time to help serve all the runners and to make the event fantastic. These are people who are giving their personal time, and they're very proud, and we are super proud of all our employees.
Just a last word, Chris Leon, for the runner who want to be part of the next marathon, why they should come next year?
Well, they should, first of all, I would say they should come every year. So it is important, and if you have not already come, you definitely must come next year. Year 2020, it's a very nice number, and it's a very going to be super event. Every year we are doing better and better, and we continue to contribute to a carbon neutrality, continue to contribute to diversity and inclusion. So please join us in beautiful Paris.
Chris Leong, Chief Marketing Officer at Schneider Electric, and as you can see behind me, it is not just about the runners, but about the volunteers, about the medical staff. Anka Ula is with the volunteers that are distributing those water bottles that are going to be recycled when the race is over. She'll be telling us more about that in a moment. Yeah, a lot of smiles at the finish line. And quite a certain amount of pain. I don't know if you can see, but people, when they're walking, in some instances, it's a bit of a struggle. They're going to need to stretch down, I think, before this evening. It's finishing a marathon in 4 hours takes its toll, even if you've been training in some instances for months. We're going to cross over now to Simon Harding. Tell us where you are, Simon.
Hi Francois, well I'm just at the beginning of the Rue d'Avenue Foch. There's 350 meters to go, 500 meters to go. You can see it on the sign right behind me, and I'm actually with one of the stewards in charge of it. Marco is here alongside me. Hello Marco, c'est votre 18e marathon de Paris.
18e marathon, vive Paris. Voilà, ça se passe bien. Fait beau, tout va bien.
So Marco's saying it's his 18th Paris Marathon, everything's going on. Et Marco, pourquoi est-ce que c'est important pour vous d'être là? Why is it important for you to be here?
De les soutenir, voilà. Tous les Parisiens, les coureurs, c'est super, c'est formidable. Il faut le voir au moins une fois dans sa vie. Marathon, super.
Merci Marco. So Marco's saying that he's here just to support people, that it's very important to do it at least once in your life, to live it in Paris, to be with people in Paris. It's absolutely brilliant. And actually, you can see the races here, but on the side as well, you've got all the fans alongside me, encouraging people as they go along. So you can see it's just thousands upon thousands of people, Francois. And I'm just going to take you up to the 350 meter marker to the end of the race. Again, here we have everyone coming up, people running across. Hello, ma'am. How do you feel?
Very happy.
Yeah, you're getting there quite soon.
I'm just there. My sister is way ahead.
We're almost there. Congratulations. So really festive atmosphere, Francois. As you can see, the smiles you were talking about before is coming here. And here we go. It's 350 meters left to go. And that's what's important for everyone here.
Mr. Simon, I still haven't spotted her, but I'm sure she's here somewhere. Here's Sarah. Where are you from?
From Hohenfels, Germany.
Okay. And you've just finished the marathon in what, 4 hours?
Yeah, just under.
Just under 4 hours. What was your objective?
4 hours.
Bang.
Yes, did it.
Your first marathon?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
What made you want to run a marathon?
My kids, they pushed me and cheered for me, so I just kept going.
So you have a whole posse here with you?
I do. I have 2 kids here cheering for me.
Various points along the race. Tell me how you feel physically.
Really proud. Really proud. Great. Feel great. Ready for a beer.
Well, congratulations, Sarah. Sarah, who's made the trip over from Germany. As you can see at the finish line, it's been quite a sight, I gotta say, because we've had people dressed in Spider-Man costume, Dracula. What else have we spotted? We just saw somebody in an Harlequin full outfit. Somebody dressed as a member of the French national rugby team. And we're also seeing, as you can see, a lot of couples who are crossing over and making their way across. People smiling for a selfie or simply helping each other across the line. And at this point in time, how are you, sir?
Oh, it's very tough and challenges.
Very tough?
Yeah, challenging. Challenging.
Where are you from?
I'm from China, Shanghai.
It's your first marathon?
No, I decided the time for Paris Marathon.
Second time, and you came from... Third, and you came from where?
China, Shanghai.
From Shanghai?
Yeah.
All the way for the marathon?
Yeah. Yeah, like the Paris Marathon, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was your time, sir?
About 4 hours.
4 hours? Is that what you wanted?
Yeah. It's my expedition of 4 hours. So exactly like my target time. Yeah.
Your target time? You made your time?
Yeah. My best time about 3 hours 30. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
All right. So Frank from Shanghai, who's happy to have made his target. Yeah, everybody a winner in the Paris Marathon. Let's cross over now to Anka Ula, who is with some of the volunteers.
Yeah, Francois, that's right. I'm at a watering station at Kilometer 30. Let's just really quickly do a little science interlude. Kilometer 30, often referred to as the wall by long-distance runners. It's when your carbohydrate level hits bottom, essentially. you run out of energy, and mentally and physically it's a very, very hard step to cross. A lot of people quit their marathons at this step because it's too hard. So very symbolic, very important to keep runners motivated at this point here. We have one motivation here, the beautiful Eiffel Tower, which is right in front of this square where they've set up this this watering station. You can see the runners come in here. Some of them do look a bit pained. I think this is really where it starts feeling real. Hello, sir. So let's just talk now to some of these volunteers here. We're going to talk to Pascal, who's the head here of this this watering station. Hello, Pascal.
Hello, how are you?
Great. Can you tell me a little bit just about the station? Why is it important to keep hydrated at this point?
So I am responsible. So I am responsible for this organization for the 30 kilometers. Okay. So this This is the 6 point here. Okay. Yes. What do you?
How hard is it for runners right now at this point right here?
It's hard, but it's 30 kilometers is very, very strong for the runners.
And how many times have you done this?
Have you done?
Combien de fois tu l'as fait en fait?
Here, okay.
Oui. Combien de fois t'es venu?
It's a 6 time.
6 time, ok.
Yeah.
Et c'est quoi votre partie préférée en fait? Tu peux me répondre en français si tu veux.
Responsible for this, for this replenishment only, yes.
And have you ran a marathon before?
Yes, I have run 2 times.
2 times?
Yeah, 2 times.
All right.
Yes.
Do you remember this moment, the 30 kilometers?
Yes.
How did you feel when you got here?
What do you feel? This kilometer is very hard because we have 12 kilometers to arrive. Yeah. Okay.
So you feel their pain?
Yeah, here's pain. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Very hard.
All right.
Yes.
Great. So your solidarity is in full throttle right now with these runners. You're here to hydrate them, you're here to support them. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you very much, Pascal, and good luck. No, your English is excellent.
No.
Thank you so much, Pascal.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so now let's try and get one of these runners here. Let's see if we can get some of them here. Hello, sir. How do you feel?
Oh, it's okay.
It's okay. All right. He looked a bit out of breath, but let's try someone else. Bonjour, monsieur. Comment vous allez?
Ça va.
Ça va? Super. How you doing, sir?
Hi.
How you feeling?
Good, yeah.
Yeah?
Well,
30th kilometer?
Yeah.
You're almost done?
Good. From Ireland, yeah.
From Ireland?
Yeah.
Is it your first marathon?
No, fourth.
Fourth marathon.
Yeah.
So you know this point here, the 30th kilometer.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you do to keep yourself going?
I don't know. You have to finish or you don't get a medal, so.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you. See you later.
Hello. How you doing? How you feeling?
Feel good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kilometer 30?
Huh?
Kilometer 30? You ready to hit?
Almost there.
All right.
There. We got it.
Good luck. You got this. So listen, I mean, they look, yes, they're tired, but they seem fairly motivated. They all want to get this done and over with. Although the Eiffel Tower is beautiful, I think they're just ready to hit that final stretch and get to the finish line, Francois, and reach you. Look at these water bottles here. There's a ton of them. They are going to be recycled at the end of this because, as you know, this is a green marathon here in Paris. So good luck to all these runners. Back to you, Francois, at the finish line where they hope to get very soon.
We're at the finish line of the 43rd Schneider Electric Paris Marathon, and lots of reactions coming in on the hashtag Paris Marathon, including this one. For a long time I've been telling myself I wouldn't be able to run a marathon. My body wouldn't support it. Well, my body hated the last 12 kilometers, but my mind brought me to the finish. Brought to the finish is Steph.
Yes.
You're from New York City.
Hi.
And this is your first marathon.
Yes.
Don't they have a marathon in New York?
Yeah. But it's pretty hard to get into the New York City Marathon. There's like a really pretty competitive lottery, and I love Paris, so I wanted to come here for my first race.
And you didn't come alone?
Yes, that's right. I came with like 4 other people.
Okay. And how? Where are they?
They finished. I'm gonna go find them. Yeah.
Was this so? You told me you started training back in December.
Yes.
And you said to yourself, "I'll run it in 4," and you did it.
Yep, that's right. I've always wanted to do a marathon, and like 4 seemed like a doable goal. So, yeah.
And so now, what's the plan?
Hopefully keep running. Do some trail races back in New York.
A few weeks.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Okay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And behind our you guys ran the. What's this?
This man is the best pace setter out there.
Thank you, buddy.
This man, I run 4 hours because of him. He kept me honest all the way.
So you're a pace. So you're the rabbit for the 4.
I'm the rabbit, or the hare, whichever you like.
I took 20 minutes off my time because of him.
Really?
You took me the whole way.
Yeah, last my Amsterdam 4:20. I ran 4 hours today. So
that's good. Great day, lovely course.
Did you guys know each other before?
No.
No, this is it.
It's awesome. I'll see him in London though. In a few weeks.
So you're both from London.
Yep.
And how did you get roped into running with what are these things called?
Pace flag. So I do it all over the world. So I reached out to the guys here, said, "How about some English pacers come and join you here?" And the rest is history. 3:59.50.
Okay. Next year, will you be running with the banner that says 2:30?
Maybe 1:59. Yeah, let's do that one.
The 1:59 banner. I'll be looking forward to that. Congratulations. So you say you did 4:20 in Rotterdam?
4:20 in Amsterdam 2 years ago, and then 4 hours here. So it's a very good day.
All right. So what's the plan now? Now for the next hour.
Ironman.
Beer.
Beer. Yeah. Lots and lots of beer. And then South Africa Ironman 2020. Ironman.
Is this penitence for a sin in a previous life?
I like lots and lots of pain. That's good. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, guys. Bravo. And so here we are at the finish line, and being told that we're maybe a little bit in the way. Apologies for that. Let's get out of the way, or rather, let's make way. I think Simon Harding is heading our way. Simon.
Hey Francois, yeah, absolutely. I'm on the 42-kilometer line, the iconic 42k line, and I'm just going to run the last 100 meters or so, 200 meters, and give you a live experience of what it's like to finish a marathon.
Seguir hacia la zona de recuperación, no volváis atrás. Llega mucha gente todavía. Merci de ne pas revenir en arrière une fois que vous avez passé la ligne d'arrivée. Vous êtes très nombreux. Il faut laisser la zone libre pour tous ceux qui finissent maintenant. Un segundo. Island.
So here we go, Francois. That is the end of the Paris 2019 marathon. It's been absolutely incredible. You can see here, the bands are here, everyone's here, and Francois is here as well. Hello, Francois. You're looking very fresh for someone at the end of a marathon line.
How much did you run, Simon?
Very little. Very little. Not enough, but I think these people are the real heroes today. They've done an absolutely brilliant job. It's been incredible, and you can just tell the atmosphere. People are so tired. ahead of us, but as you've been telling to everyone here, you know, the feeling is relief, happiness. These two ladies, arm in arm, as they've run the race. You can tell how tired they are, but how happy they are. And I think that really is the sentiment that people take away from a race like this.
All right, and as we can see, the crowds are not thinning, but actually getting more dense as the race now enters into its 5th hour. Still many smiling faces and quite a bit of pain as well. As we can see over here, some happy faces. And under 4 hours. Before we say goodbye, let's cross over one last time to Anke Ulla, who is at the Eiffel Tower, because Anke, there's somebody who I haven't seen yet. We are told there's a young woman from southwestern France, I've got her name written down here, who is running the Paris Marathon, is trying to break the world record. Yes, this is her name, Christelle Doyon-Beret. She's running the Paris Marathon in high heels and trying to break the world.
Absolutely, I also read about her. Hello. I haven't seen her yet, however, unfortunately. I'm imagining she's probably somewhere near the back, as someone who occasionally wears heels but is not very successful at walking in them. I can't imagine what it must be like to do 42 kilometers in high heels. The people we see here, however, wearing much more appropriate footwear, as you can see. They've still got a little ways to go. We're almost to kilometer 31, just past the Eiffel Tower. You guys can do it! Allez, allez, allez! They still have a little ways to go, but they're here, they're going, they're trucking. So they will make it to you sometime, Francois. And yeah, it's part of the journey. 42.2 kilometers. We're at kilometer 31.
Thank you.
You guys got this. Here we go. Back to you, Francois.
All right, so we haven't seen any high-heeled runners yet. There's also the doyen of this race. Let's give him a shout-out. His name is Charlie. He's 89 years old, running his 30th marathon this Sunday, this Sunday here in Paris. The Schneider Electric Paris Marathon, which is going to continue. And again, for everyone here, it's about beating a personal best, and it's often a scene of joy, no matter what the time is. Here we have these two young ladies who've just finished. Do you speak English? Vous parlez anglais? Pas du tout. Vous avez couru ensemble? Did you run together?
Moi, je suis partie en fait au 10e kilomètre toute seule. Et moi, j'ai fini toute seule.
Et vous vous retrouvez ici. And you found each other here.
Yes.
All right, so those two runners lost themselves during the race, found themselves at the finish line, and as we can see, a record 60,000 people taking part in this 2019 Schneider Electric Paris Marathon. Biggest turnout ever, and it'll be bigger yet next year, we're told. So thank you so much for joining me, François Picard, along with Simon Harding, Anke Ulla, and the rest of the team from the finish line here on Avenue Foch in Paris.
Don't worry about a thing. This is done. Bye. Allez, Sam. Encore. Mon G-Style est arrivé. Allez, on a fait une petite photo tout à l'heure avec Sylvain sur la...